Today I am making a video of all the WIPs I have in progress. I currently crochet and knit. I learned all about it, both of those, a few years ago, but I only seriously started getting into the hobby and doing it more and actually finishing projects last September, like September 2025. Let's start with crochet. So the first one is this. I wanted to make a scrunchie, but in the knit way, where you like make a fabric, like a rectangle fabric, and then you like sew it around the hair tie so that you can't see it at all. Like the typical way of making scrunchies with crochet, you like kind of crochet around the hair tie, and maybe I did it wrong, but I find that when you like pull on the hair tie, you can see like what's underneath the yarn, so I didn't really want that. I started with crocheting more seriously at the end of last summer, but I've been doing a lot more knitting just because the whole reason why I got into the knitting and crochet was to have or to make my own garments, so I like the look of knit garments better. So this is project number 2. I'm making my first tapestry, and this is going to be a picture of me and my boyfriend for our 3rd year anniversary, which is in about 2-3 weeks. I don't think I'll finish in time, but he said that's okay. So we'll see how that goes. I'm just popping in because I realized I forgot one crochet project. It's supposed to be like a mesh sweater. I think it's called the Mesh Sweater by MJ Off the Hook. I previously made one like following her tutorial here on YouTube, but I made it too big. So I just gave that one away and then I started again, but I'm still using the same like stitch pattern because I think it's really pretty, but try doing it in the round so it's like much less sewing. And the yarn I'm using is also from Brittany's Fibers. It's like an ombre, like with like gold metallic in it. So I'm not really sure how that's gonna work out when I have to split for the front and back. Hopefully the ombre isn't too different with the front and back, and if it is, hopefully that doesn't look weird. But yeah, that's it. I have 4 knit WIPs right now. This one, first it was supposed to be the Amy sweater by Petite Knit, but you know, winter's almost over, and the original color I wanted for the Amy sweater was to be roughly the same color as the sweater that Sadness wears from Inside Out, but it wasn't really my color. It was like a grayish blue, and it's just too cool tone for me. So I decided to go with purple since it's more like deep autumn, and you know, I don't really have anything purple. So I'm thinking I might turn this into like a cloud sweater. The reason why I put quotations is because I don't have intentions of buying the cloud sweater pattern from Petite Knit. I feel like the collar is pretty easy to replicate. Also, on the website of Drops Design, they have a bunch of free patterns, and I can just look at one of those if I want to, you know, find more detailed instructions on how to create the collar. But I feel like I know how to do it, so yeah. And oh, and this is with the yarn Estelle Worsted. It's, I think, 60% acrylic and 40% wool. This is like, I think it's a bamboo linen blend. I don't know, I got it at a flea market from Brittany's Fibers. I think it's called that. And then the tapestry is just with a bunch of scraps. So like, there's some superwash merino in there. There's 100% wool. I think it's mostly that right now. Yeah, so project number 3. The reason why the towel is here is because, oops, I brought these bags out for knit night, so I kind of just want to keep the bed clean. Oh, this project I'm super excited for. It's my first cable work sweater for my boyfriend. It's the Serena sweater by Cookie the Knitter, and it's also with the same yarn as the Amy sweater. It's with Estelle worsted yarn, same acrylic wool blend, but in the color peacock. So yeah, there's like a minor mistake in it, but hopefully you can't see. I also had to readjust the pattern a little bit to make it much bigger, since this pattern was originally made for, you know, like women's bodies. So, and because I am using a thinner yarn, I did have to use my gauge swatch and then kind of figure out what size to make to replicate a men's size large. So I'm currently knitting the size XXL with a skinnier yarn and needle size than recommended in the pattern. This one uses 4.5mm needles for the main body, whereas the pattern recommends is a 5.5mm for the body. I'm pretty happy with it. Once I finish this, hopefully by the end of this year, I'm gonna make one for myself. So that's exciting. And then this one, I think, is my oldest knit project, and it's the Paige sweater. It's a mohair sweater originally, and I got the pattern from one of the Rowan Crochet and Knit magazines. I think it's magazine number 52. This is currently the front panel, but I am making some adjustments because it is more of like a funnel neck and I don't really want that. So I'm gonna have to, like, once I get like 1 or 2 more inches in, I'll have to just split off for the collar. Yeah, and the sleeves are also knit in panels, but I plan to just pick up stitches, like sew the front and back together and then pick up stitches. And this yarn I actually thrifted at a flea market, a different one. It's like a cone of, I think, 100% acrylic yarn, but it's like a thread. It's like one of it is like that. Hopefully you can see it. Do I bring it closer? Ooh. Does that help? Okay. Hopefully you can see it. But if not, it's like, yeah, it's pretty thin, but not necessarily like lace weight. So what I did was I just used a yarn winder, I don't know, and did like 3 strands of the cone yarn, and then I added 1 strand of Sadness Garn's Tin Silk mohair. It's also my first time working with mohair. So far I like it. It probably will be a little itchy because I have pretty sensitive skin. But I think the sweater is gonna be so nice, and I will happily wear like a tank top underneath. I don't think it's that itchy that I have to wear a t-shirt, but we'll see. I think it's nice enough that I wouldn't really care. Oh, and this poncho I made, might be a little rough at the bottom, but it's also with the same Estelle worsted acrylic wool blend yarn, and I really like it because it's still almost like half wool, so it's not like 80% acrylic or something, so it's still fairly breathable, but because it's less content of wool, it's not as itchy. Like, it's pretty close to my neck, and the only part that's a little itchy is like my upper back, but I don't know if it's from my hair or the sweater, but otherwise, like, nowhere else is my skin like agitated. So I really like this yarn. And then last one is my most recent project. I recently went yarn shopping for my birthday. My boyfriend got me all the yarn I needed for this project. I want to make a puffin sweater. So my plan, I already like made the chart on Stitch Fiddle for it, and I already written up like a pattern so I can follow it. Yeah, it's pretty easy to find a knit pattern for just a basic sweater anywhere, so I kind of just used one that I already had, but readjusted how the German short rows are gonna be done and like the width of the shoulders and the collar. So I don't know, hopefully that's not plagiarism. Yeah, I wrote it up so I can follow and see if there's any adjustments I want to make, and then if it works out and it looks really good, then I'll remake the sweater again in better yarn so I can have more samples for the pictures, and then I'll probably sell the pattern as my first pattern. I don't know, we'll see. But my first draft of this will be with 100% acrylic yarn I got from Michaels. I also don't know if it's necessarily my style that I'll wear it out, and I don't really want to like spend extra money on nicer yarn if I'm not really gonna wear it, so I feel like it makes sense. So for the base color, this is the Lion brand Pound of Love in the color pink. I don't know. I just finished the short rows and I'm just gonna do a couple more knit rows and then I will start the color work for the puffin. There's gonna be a graphic of a puffin at the back and on the front, and they're gonna be two different ones, two different graphics too, so I'm so excited for that. I'm also planning to make a separate project blog for this puffin sweater. I want to like track my progress and also just my journey in making this. I've been planning on making a puffin sweater since I want to say since I started learning how to knit a sweater. I just really like puffins. Hopefully I get at least the sweaters done before the end of winter. Hopefully I get the tapestry done by the anniversary date. And yeah, I don't know, this is just like a small whip that I like to do when I'm really bored, like when I'm waiting for something to cook on the stove. So yeah, that would be all. First video kind of awkward, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching, and my socials will be linked below, but I only have one, so I guess I can just say it. It's my cozy craft nest on Instagram. I feel so awkward. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.